Hey crafty friends, this is Nye with All Things Were Created. Today we are going to craft for Father's Day and we are going to make a Dad, You Are the World to Us Father's Day badge. We're going to be doing a lot of gluing today and I will be using my art glitter glue. As you guys know, I love this glue. It dries clear, it doesn't warp my cardstock, it's my favorite. So as you can see, I have all of my pieces here. They are cut out and they are laid out in the order for gluing. I'm going to start here with my top layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top banner part and I'm going to grab my glue and I'm going to kind of come in here and just add a little bit of glue to all of the areas and kind of all around it. Okay, and I want to make sure that I'm getting this part here of the letters because I want it to stick and I don't want anything to happen or for it to snag here on my, or snag at all. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to kind of eyeball where in the center I want it to be. There's no kind of guideline for it. Oh, I think it's on an angle just a little bit. But you definitely just kind of want to eyeball it. Use your best judgment there and then take your fingers and just gently press everything down. And once you have that there, then you're good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one off to the side and I'm going to start with the back. So I have this yellow layer that this is going to be where my gift card sits if I want to use this as a gift card holder. So I'm going to put that one off to the side and I'm going to work with that one last. But my next part that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my green back layer and then my white layer here, and I'm going to come in and again, just kind of add my glue. So you want to go all the way around the edges here, and you want to go around the edges in the center as well. You don't need to go crazy though with the glue because this part's really going to kind of sit down and it will, just adhere and there's no way for it to kind of lift up. What I'm going to do now is I'm holding both of these pieces between my two fingers and I'm going to use my fingers as my guide to get everything lined up in that right position. And I'm using the sides of the banner, and as you can see, it automatically lines up when I hold it between my fingers. And then I can just go in and press everything down. Now, for the layer with the wording, again, I'm going to flip it over here. I'm going to add my glue along the edges, and I'm going to go all the way around, especially for this layer here where it could snag and rip, which I guess might just be the outer part here of the shell. And so for the inside part, again, I'm going to kind of come in and just add my glue there. Now the letters are going to be really small. And even though you can kind of see some of the pieces here, I'm just going to come in and add just a little bit to maybe some of the bigger ones, like the D's and the O's and maybe the U here. Same thing at the top part, just adding a little dab around the letters there because I want to make sure that they stay down, and because these letters are so much smaller, there's a greater chance that those could snag and then it would tear. So I'm just adding a little bit, but I'm not going too crazy. And then I'll just add a line here in the center. And same thing as before when I was gluing the white layer, I'm holding it between my fingers, and then I'm going to use my fingers as my guide to line everything up. And then just gently press everything down. Now, when you're pressing things down, if you notice that there's glue seeping, you can use a paper towel to just kind of dab it, or you can just use your fingers. Like I said at the start of the video, the great thing about the art glitter glue is that it dries clear. And so if you've got a glob that seeps through, you don't really have anything to worry about because it'll dry clear. So now for the top layer, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going around and I'm adding my glue to the edge. And then I'm just going to kind of go in the center here. And same way, I'm going to line everything up, putting it between my fingers and then making sure it's in that right position and then pressing it down. Okay, so you can stop here. It's kind of perfect just the way it is. It's a fun little badge for Dad. If you want to take it a step further now, you can use it as a gift card holder. So now we're going to flip everything over, and it doesn't really matter which way this goes. It's going to kind of all be the same. This part is just going to be a hair smaller than the green layer there at the back. Okay, so just again, kind of eyeball up where you want it to be. Take your gift card, and I've got this Barnes & Noble's one here because my husband's a reader, and then just kind of slide it in a little bit right there. Okay, now we haven't added any glue. What you want to do is lift it up. So I'm gonna try to get my finger under here. Lift it up and then flip it over. And take a look at where the gift card is kind of coming through. You want to add glue around the edges, but also making sure that it doesn't touch where the gift card is. So I've got my finger there to hold it, and I'm going to come in here, add a little bit there and a little bit on the sides here and right there at the top. So you can see I kind of made my line there a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm going to add another line right here. So you can see that nothing is touching the gift card itself. It's all clear. I'm going to slide this out now. And what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to kind of eyeball where in the center it's going to be. And then I'm going to gently press it down. Okay, and so I'm ready to just take my gift card, and it will slide right in, and it will be fine because I added the glue everywhere that the gift card was not on the other side. And that's it for this craft. And it's so easy. You know, I might stick an envelope with this one for you guys so you can put it in there, and it's very cute, and it's a little fun, easy craft for Dad for Father's Day. Hey, crafty friends. So I decided to add a template for an envelope for us, so that way we could put our Dad badge gift card holder inside the envelope just for presentation purposes. You don't have to use the envelope template, but if you want to, it's going to be there for you. Okay, so I've got my two pieces. This envelope template is going to be in, we had to use 2 mats to cut it, only because it's a little oversized for a 12 by 12 inch cardstock because our badge is a little bit larger. So I have my 2 pieces here, and I have my score lines here as well. And so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in and I'm going to score these score lines, and I'm just folding them each on the line that scored, and I'm using my bone folder here to make those lines sharp and crisp. Because this is an envelope, we really want those lines to be perfect. Perfect at those 90-degree angles and just really sharp and perfect. I said that a lot, right? Okay, I'm going to do the top part here, and I'm just coming in there. All right, and so I have my piece here, and all I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it this way so it goes that way. Okay, that's better. That's the way that I want it. I'll be using my glue, and I'm just going to come right in here. This doesn't require a lot of gluing, but I'm going to come right here, do those 2 taps right there, and then just press them down. Press and hold it. Give it a chance for the glue to bond both pieces of the paper. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to come and add a little bit of glue right along the sides here. And then I'll add a little bit of glue right on this tab. And then I'm going to flip it over and just line it up right at the edge. I'm using my fingers to kind of get me to guide me to make sure that I'm getting my alignment just right. And then just pressing everything down. Okay, and that's it. It's so easy, it's even quicker. And so our badge will just slide right in. So it can slide this way, but if you do it that way, then the tip here is going to hit the bottom. So I might stick mine on a little bit of an angle. That's where I said it's going to be an oversized envelope. And so it fits there on the side and it's perfect. So it just adds a little presentation for Dad. And so that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Happy crafting.